Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
And it'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts out a nice performance.
Let him know, let him know.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
It's not often we start a game talking about an offensive lineman, but with Quentin Nelson, I absolutely have to do that. The rookie out of Notre Dame transformed not only an offensive line in 2018, he transformed an offense. In fact, he was the only guard ever named Rookie of the Month, and he did so in October of last year.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Here now the starters defensively for the Vikings. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. Here's Booker on the catch. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. This is taken at the 18. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. So we got 3 at 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Neville Hewitt on the stop. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
Running back Tariq Cohen brings us all to our feet when he's on the field because you never know how they're going to utilize it. In 2018, was able to run, throw, and catch a touchdown pass. And in addition, was a 2018 Pro Bowl return specialist for the NFC. The human joystick makes everything better when he's on the field.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Rosen, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Shelton Gibson. Incomplete.
Now that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed.
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Booker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. After the penalty, here's Freeman. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 18 carries, 66 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week. It's a pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Cousins. And finding Pruitt. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On the carry, it's Booker. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop. Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. 3rd and long for Cousins. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Hey, you're on the nine over there. You're on the nine.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. On the draw, this is Cohen.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
We got three.
Play action here with Rosen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And it's third down. To throw is Rosen, letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
I don't care what game it is, everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Booker. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tristan Hill brought down. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins. That's taken in by Callaway. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
These two teams all tied after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins now. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Receiver downfield.
Well, let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, check.
Play action now. Cousins. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ochena Nwosu. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
A gain of 6 yards.
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Green Bay.
Cousins now from the 50. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 25 yards that time. Cousins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Completes it to Hurns. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Touchdown, Packers. Antonio Callaway with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Let's go.
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup at 6.
Now it's Rosen. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. A first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that'll move them back within 6 now. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. This is Freeman. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Moncrief brings it in. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. A first down throw for Cousins. Hearns brings it in. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Cousins to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad, he thought about playing in the NFL. He dreamed of it. But to put up these kind of numbers while doing so, that's got to be kind of cool for him. He'll enjoy the heck out of thinking about that when this one is over.
From the red zone now, Cousins. This is caught by Hearns. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Cousins, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Booker. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
Makes the score Packers 19.
That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Now, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen.
We play to win.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Trying to lay one up deep, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Rosen off the play action. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right.
Down.
They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go.
They hand off to their big tight end. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it's been Kirk Cousins with a hot hand in the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
On third down, Rosen. Those are the plays this defense. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the interception, Cousins. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Mike 53. Good.
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carl Nassib has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Cohen. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Rosen. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. A good pickup there at 22.
At the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the 2nd half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he's got the hook up to Dylan Cantrell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Oh, fighting off the defender. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Complete to Marquise Brown. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Rosen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They run. This is Cohen. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's where you belong.
It's now 4th down.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
For the field goal, a 22-yard attempt.
Prater's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. And really a solid group effort. I mean, the montage focuses on him, and rightfully so, but it's been a good job of a team to get this lead.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that. I love the observation. Offensive line and people having to protect him, they've really been in sync and been on point. How about the guys going out and catching the ball? Well, the receivers, the running backs, everyone is involved today. And what we're watching right now is really a beautiful team effort, isn't it?
Absolutely. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On play action, Cousins. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. This is Booker on the dump ball. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Cohen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Again, it's Johnson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Underneath, he's got Olsen. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. They set up the screen to Booker. Some strong running at the 20. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Green Bay.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On the draw, it's Booker. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tristan Hill brought him down. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
They'll run. It's Bonner. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. On third down, Cousins. Hard throw, incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. Here comes Cohen.
Let's go, fellas.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Rosen. Open man is Cantrell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Rosen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. The 30. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Butker on for the PAT. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Makes the score, Packers 32.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend of the NFC. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A gain of 5.
From the 41, Rosen looking middle, and it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Draw play, Cohen. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. To throw is Rosen. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on second down. Rosen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
False start, offense.
That's on the former first-rounder Taylor Decker. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Draw play, Rosen to Johnson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Second and 5 now. Rosen throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Fourth down. Here's Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg Olsen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now it's Rosen. Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Shotgun handoff to Booker. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. The Packers on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. And finding Pruitt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Freeman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The Packers on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time it's 3rd and 3. Cousins now. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. They get the former number 6 overall pick, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame that time. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, here's Freeman. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11. They go play action. Cousins. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 3rd down, it's Freeman, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Mike. Blue down.
Here's Rosen to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Freeman again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Packers, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.